Hey guys, today we're going to talk about this, the brand new Aufero Laser 2. Let's get to it. So you guys might be saying to yourself, Brad, why are we reviewing this laser machine? Don't you have a laser on your homemade CNC machine right behind you? And the answer is yes. There are two reasons we're talking about this today. One, they sent it to me and I think it's pretty sweet. Two, these lasers aren't really in the same category. This one is kind of made for outlining and tracing things for projects that I'm going to use it for, as it has a very large working area. This machine was engineered to do exactly what it needs to do very fast and very well. It moves extremely fast, a lot faster than this big heavy gantry could move, so it's going to do it way faster. Also, this machine is portable, so if you wanted to basically mount it to your fridge or the hood of your car, you can engrave those things too. Anyways, let's talk about all the features of this thing throughout the video, but let's get started putting it together. Let's go ahead, get this open and see what it's all about. Okay, so I've looked at this user manual and it's basically a bunch of QR codes to go online and download the manuals. So because I'm using my phone to, record this right now, I don't have the luxury of looking at that online. So I've gone ahead and printed out basically the only page that matters. It just shows where all the bolts go and how to put this together. So let's go ahead and do that now. And just like that, this thing is fully put together. It feels surprisingly rigid. There is two bolts holding each corner together, and it was really easy to do. You just need this one page to try to figure it out. You got a little bit of extra hardware and some, janky little wrenches and stuff, but it got the job done. All in all, first impressions are pretty good. I'll bring it inside, read all about it, try to figure out how it works, and we'll meet you back here. So we're set up in the garage and I have 4 different pieces of material. I've got some denim, some stainless steel, some plywood, and some leather. The focal length could be adjusted a little bit better between each of these because of the different thicknesses, but I'm going to run all 4 at once at the same height and see how it works. So one thing I forgot to mention is how you adjust the Z height, which is super easy. Seeing as this is the LU2 4SF short focal length laser, you don't have to adjust the focus of the laser at all. It comes preset. And it has this little piece right here that kind of funnels the dust away and shields your eyes. Now it's as simple as taking this orange piece, which is the exact right thickness for the focal length. You rest that on top of your stock, slide this down, tighten the thumb screw so your Z can't slide up and down, take this away, and now you're perfectly dialed in for the right focus for engraving and cutting. Simple as that. Now over here you see I've got my laptop. I'm set up with the Lightburn software, which is a paid software, but there is a free 30-day trial, and that's what we're using right now. You see I've set up my 4 logos here. It's going to cut them all at once in just a back and forth motion. So when you're using the Lightburn software, what I found was downstairs on my Windows 10 machine, everything basically worked right away. On this, my Windows 7 laptop, I had to download a bunch of drivers, but there are tutorials online that tell you what to do. After that, everything is working. Except for one thing. I did find this through reading later. You must bring the machine down to the bottom left, which is the origin or home point, as this doesn't have any limit switches or homing operation. So you must always manually move it down to the bottom left. And before you can get it to work, I had this problem. You have to hit stop. I don't really understand why, but if you don't hit stop, it does nothing. Other than that, this thing is crazy intuitive. You just drag an image on here, mess around with a few of the settings if you want, and hit start. It's that simple. Like, I love this thing for its simplicity. Let's go ahead and run this now and see how it works. Okay, it's done on our 4 tests. We have the leather, the denim, the stainless steel, and the plywood. Now, All of these turned out pretty damn good considering I didn't think anything was going to show up on the stainless steel because it is such a reflective surface. Now this was only on, I think, 40% power, so you turn it up to 100, you'll get a lot better image. I think the denim's real quality here is not engraving. I think you'd want to cut this out for custom patches or whatnot. The wood, you can see a little bit of streaking in it, but it is very high resolution. Now the leather is the definite winner. This looks flawless. This looks like someone stamped it. Anyways, this is just a small sample of what this thing can do. It can also cut out doing repeated passes if you wanted to cut out shapes in any of these. Maybe we'll try that now. Okay, so there is a chart on Aufero's website that tells you all different materials, speeds, thickness to cut and engrave. So I looked at that and I thought I was doing 100 millimeters per second. Turns out I need 100 millimeters per minute. So I've gone ahead and adjusted that down to 1.66 millimeters per second. So we'll try this again and actually try to cut it out because this really only just etched the surface. So this will probably be, I don't know, 60 times slower, but hopefully we get a cut now. Okay, so let's see how the cut worked. This is my first time cutting anything and my first time touching this. Okay, the B came out, that's good news. D, I, Y. Okay, that's pretty sweet. Yep, I love this thing. So the next thing I want to try is engraving a picture. I've just copied this into Lightburn, turned up my maximum power to 100 and left all the other defaults the same. And then over here, we have a piece of plywood. And let's see what we get. There it is all complete, and my God, that looks pretty damn sweet for being burned onto a piece of wood, man. That is just awesome. I'm gonna go put it on the fridge and show my wife. So that's the Aufero Laser 2. In short, I think this thing is pretty damn sweet for only a couple $100. It can do pictures, cut things out. Obviously, it's not gonna cut out 3/4 inch plywood, but if you're just making small stuff or if you wanna engrave, it seems like basically anything, this thing is awesome. So if you want to get your own, there is a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that. We'll see you on the next one.